TNA Impact on AMC from last week. Brian, man, we saw the numbers that came in, and they're pretty much they stayed the same from the previous week. Which, honestly, man, we talked about it before we hit the record button. That's something that we definitely love to see.
Absolutely. I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see these numbers because I really thought after last week, which obviously I, said it publicly that didn't think it was the best way to start their premiere, but the show did successfully hold nearly all of its audience from the first week. They were 173 and slightly down this week to 171. Where I want to see them though is now next week and the next couple are going to be really something because if they can still continue to hold that and keep that number there, then that means that it's going to grow rather quickly, actually, because you see the opposite effect. Normally, you see that second week number really take a um,
Yeah.
yep, and like, hopefully it won't. Now, the only thing that bothers me, I want to get them. I want to see them get to the AMC's primetime average, which is 214. They're not far from that. They get to that 214 if they can hover around there for a month or so. Then you're talking about some good stuff. But that show that last week was the one I thought we get for the first week. It was good. It was a solid show.
Mhm.
The production was miles ahead of the prior week. The matches, the backstage stuff was all good. No stupid little in rings. Everything made sense. It was just a good, solid show. I thought it really made up for where it lacked for the
There
first
was
week.
there was 5 wrestling matches on this one too, so more wrestling, which I think.
Yes.
Here's the thing too. If there's critiques or there's anything, things to make things better, I feel like everyone at TNA is okay. Like, will accept. Okay, you didn't like something. We'll work on it. Whether it's the referees and we're trying to get better, whether it's the wrestlers wanting to make things, or creative and production itself. So it's it's we're growing, we're learning, we're moving on, and we're not looking back. And so I want to see those same numbers too. Brian, I want to see more than that. I want to see it. I want to see it double those numbers, and I think we have the potential to do that. And I'm excited for what happens. But those numbers that you said, the doesn't include AMC Plus or TNA Plus.
It does
Mhm.
not.
So,
It does
so
Yeah.
not.
Don't
And
yeah.
that's a fair assessment. Everyone else gets that. Now,
yeah.
Daniel, I want to say one more thing because I know Jimmy wants to step in. Not that you're stupid, Daniel, at all when I say this, but you, no, I'm saying you guys at TNA wanted what you got now, right? The TV deal.
Yeah,
Fairly, you're going to be ridiculed in every way possible
absolutely.
because now you're in the big leagues. When you were on the other one, Access, no disrespect to them, but it was too small of a network. Nobody really cared. Okay, I'm
Yep.
just being honest.
Yep.
Now you're where the big boys play, and now everything you do right will be ridiculed. Everything you do wrong will be super ridiculed. So for you or the talent at TNA, the management to get upset and get their toes, dipped into the snow and feelings hurt. Now where you're playing with everybody else. Everybody does it to AEW. Everybody does it to WWE. They're going to do it to y'all too.
Uh,
So
all I know is that Jim Cornette only likes Moose out of everybody. He's at TNA. He
is that
doesn't
what he
care for
said?
TNA. Well, I mean, if you listen to his
Yeah.
critique on the show, he shit on everything except Moose. Oh, and actually, he likes Santana and Kazarian. He just shit on the finish, but he shit on Moose, or he didn't shit on Moose. And I was like, all right, well, he didn't. He don't like
What
anybody else.
what does Jim Cornette fucking like? What does he like?
I can't
He's
say
a
that.
Cheeseburgers.
co-host.
He likes his podcast.
Yeah, that's it. He doesn't like anything. Everything's salty to him. Golly days.
You know what? If
No,
you know
I
what? If,
actually, but I like Cornette. So, and
I didn't say I
so did
didn't. I'm just saying, what
yeah.
does he fucking like? What does he like?
I do think he needs to give TNA more. And they said it. I was like, he needs to watch more episodes back to back to back, and for a month or something, and then make the fair assessment of what it is. But
that's fair.
yeah, yeah.
That's fair. I thought again another bounce back episode on AMC. I think maybe it was opening night jitters. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense
I don't know what it
because if you
was.
think about it, you know, Thursday night on the debut, then Saturday there was Genesis, and that was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
And since that opening night, they've been rolling in the right direction,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
So I think,
Yep.
like Daniel said, it's It's a building process. Automatically, people think, oh, this many people are gonna tune in, and you got to. No, you just came off a network where you had limited access. Now you're on a network where there's more access, but you still got to bring those people over,
Mm-hmm.
and new eyes. You got to bring new eyes to your product, and it's all a work in progress. And you know, I have faith in them. I do have faith in TNA, and I think they're going to continue to grow. It's not going to happen overnight for everybody going, see, I can't believe it. There's so no. It's going to take time
Oh yeah.
and patience.
Hey,
I still don't believe they've gotten all their viewers from Access TV to move over yet. Honestly, studying numbers, are you trying to tell me that there's only 71,000 people that have just now decided to watch on AMC? Because really, they were doing 100. They did
Mm-hmm.
171. I just think that they haven't completely got everybody moved into where they're at. And I think that's a good thing too to keep the numbers they at now and hold them steady. So
well,
there's a lot of positives.
there's also the people that already were watching on TNA Plus that just stayed watching on TNA Plus.
I don't get that. Now,
Yeah.
what's that do, Daniel? So if you have the app and you want to watch the show on the app, do you get no commercials? I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, during the commercial break, you get there's like something that airs during the commercials. But yeah, I mean, you still get a commercial break it's live, so it's just something that airs. Like during that spot, it'll say "We'll be right back" or whatever it may be. I think
Gotcha.
you do get picture in picture when we're like that's when it goes into a commercial and we're working during the break. You get
Mm-hmm.
that, which is something that I know the AMC is going to probably. I hope they do one day because we had that with Access TV for a while. Sell that ad space. I hope that AMC allows us to like show picture in picture during the show because you're there's a lot of stuff. I mean, they're always supposed to full match on YouTube, but you're missing 4 minutes of a match, right, or 4 minutes of a segment or whatever it may be. That I think it'll keep people from turning the channel for sure. It does work. I mean, I know it's you may go use the restroom or the pay whatever, but it does work. You don't change the channel, keep it on it because you might miss something.